Hello everyone, thank you so much. I'm GLPhoenix. This is Exorcist, and boy do I have a story to tell you about this game and its appearance at ASM. But first, I do have some friends. Just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cass. I've watched JLP do this run like 7 dozen times and I still don't know anything about the game.
I'm Kadora and I think I've watched this run once.
Yeah, both these two just rushed the stage. And I was like, sure, leave him in. So, the funny story is, back in 2023, I do believe, I ran this game at ASM.
Yeah, that was mine once.
Yeah, and that was one of the times when I was the most stressed because for this kind of game, I use something like this. It is called a leverless controller, and it is mostly used for fighting games, but I do also use it for 2D games like this. That event was when I found out that these two buttons decided that they were not wanting to work anymore. So it was a very, very, very stressful run for me. But fortunately, I have something newer, bigger, better, and improved. So I'm not going to need that. And also, the difference between that run and this run is that there's been some changes to the run, so it's going to be a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, better routed. But also, with this game, there are the two stories where you see these two characters on the screen. Initially, well, the one that I did back in 23, I only did the single story of the guy on the left. But this time today, we're going to be doing both the stories back to back, quick fire like that. So we are just going to get into it now. We are going to be starting on the casual difficulty because I'll get into that a little bit later. And we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Let's go, JLP!
Raise your hand if your speedrun category makes you always play on the lowest difficulty.
Alright, so Eastern Exorcist is just a 2D action game, and one of the fun premises of, or fun little gimmicks when it comes to the combat is this dispel mechanic. And the reason for that, or the reason that is going to be important is because every time you try and defeat an enemy, once you bring their health down to nothing, it is going to put them into this state where they are down but not fully defeated. Uh-oh. Oh, we've got another one who's rushed the stage. Let's go.
That you put on in 2023.
Thank you, Noob.
Thank you.
I was hosting that run, or tech, or something. I was here.
You were present.
I was in the room. When the hitbox didn't work, you just changed straight over to keyboard, and it was like nothing was different. You absolutely smashed it.
I appreciate that so much because I told Kaz earlier, it was like a duck trying to pedal water because it was beyond stressful, and I'm glad I at least gave the impression.
And I'm sorry, weren't you hybrid controllering? Weren't you using
At some
the
point,
leverless
yes.
for some of the controls while using the keyboard for other parts?
Some of it, yes. It was.
So do not let this man undersell how well he worked around technical difficulties.
It is genuinely one of the most impressive technical feats I had ever seen performed. Ever. Never mind in front of me. It was awesome. And I genuinely, for the last, 3 years? Was it 2026? Yeah, 3 years. Told people, go watch the Eastern Exorcist VOD because it is the most incredible thing. No, seriously, when you understand what's going on, it is just awesome. So, don't undersell yourself. You're amazing. And,
Hey, can you come on and do this during my run?
No, I think I'm going to heckle you during your run. I'm just say nasty things the whole time.
That's probably fine, yeah.
I appreciate it very, very much.
JLP, please tell us about the dispel mechanic.
I pretty much said enough.
Okay.
One of the things I will talk about is the animation cancelling that we do have in this game, because there's a lot of animations in this game that kind of lock you in place for a little bit. Like if you are going to dispel something, you'll stand there as you put your hand out, but you can... the actual dispel action completes as soon as you press the button. But if you jump immediately or if you dash immediately, you can get the effect of the dispel, but immediately be in an actionable state. So,
If I may, I will start out by talking about the two main animation cancels that you can do with Lou because of how important they are and how frequent they will be used. Dispel cancel. By pressing dodge, doesn't matter which direction, very quickly after you press the dispel button, it will allow you to get rid of the enemies without having to deal with the full dispel animation that locks you into place. Please carry on.
Thank you, Kenora. I'm sure the person who wrote that is very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
Looking at the number of spelling mistakes in this document, mate, I'm going to put it out there. Because not only is GLP an absolute mastermind when it comes to managing technical difficulties, he's also the only person in the world that writes 9-page speedrun documents for a game that no one else besides him speedruns. So,
yeah, I've done that for 2 games at this point.
Hey, wait, was that a resheath cancel I just saw?
Yes, that was a reshoot cancel.
Tell us about resheath cancels, Kenora?
Luke will have an animation of putting away his sword, locking himself in place for about 2 seconds. This animation can be cancelled early by jumping, from which you can use air dashes to move on much quicker. Yeah. This one does require a little bit more timing though, as if it's done in the first few frames of the animation, Lou will still be holding the sword out, and upon landing, will go back to the animation of putting the sword away.
So glad I told you all about that guide that I put out like
On January 27th, 2025.
Apparently I put it out there.
We checked the publish date.
Yeah.
It was notified on the 12th of May, 2025.
I have literally no memory of this place.
So this is the shrine, the first place where we will level up. This is actually the second shrine of the game. We're leveling up Armor Breaker, Energy Slash, and levels.
Yes, that is.
And we're going straight into the first boss, which is Snow Ape. Is that correct?
That is correct. And bosses are quite interesting in this game because the vast majority of them, there's going to be a few exceptions, they are going to have a shield. And while that shield is up, they take a very reduced amount of damage. So we ideally want to try and get rid of the shield as quickly as possible. And the best way to do so is to use slashes or counter attacks. Hopefully we can get it down nice and quickly. Ideally you get the perfect dodges, which you can see from the... you know you got the perfect dodge if you see the character show up. Oop. And there we go, and that is the first boss taken down.
Now, what would you say is good for everything not flying on the path back to the left?
What?
Oh, Jumping Strike.
Oh,
Jumping Strike is good for everything that is not flying on the path back to the left. So there is a different strategy for flying enemies as opposed to non-flying enemies?
Yes, okay. Because the Jumping Strike, it only like this one right here, it only really hits as you land. So it doesn't have like a hitbox all the way through it.
And all means aside, what we are actually seeing when GLP is fighting the non-flying enemies is sort of a damage rotation of a jumping strike into a slash into a backdash, which then gives the right amount of distance to do another jumping slash. So I believe it is the repeating of that combo over and over again that's going to deal the most amount of damage and take out the fights most efficiently.
Exactly.
That's the part I actually remember.
I can also start to see why jumping flashes are so good.
Yeah.
Yes. And the reason why we can do jumping splashes so much is because we're playing on the easiest difficulty. Because usually the jumping slash in any other difficulty just chews through all of your stamina, so you can only get through like 1 or 2 before you are just like you can't do any actions. You can't really attack. You just have to wait for your stamina to come back.
Yeah, and something throughout this whole course of the run, like the moves that are used throughout it, and the frequency and how much you do use them, used so much stamina, like GLP was saying, and fortunately, though, the casual difficulty makes it incredibly difficult to run out of stamina, so spamming is encouraged.
Not only is it doable, but it is encouraged.
It is encouraged.
So it's like is about 4 times.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hey, well, I feel like we're at the beginning of the graveyard shift, so I feel like we can.
This is getting peak graveyard shift like vibes. Yeah, 100%. In the best way possible.
Now we're still in the prologue, right?
We just finished the prologue.
We just finished the prologue, so we are into chapter 1 now, and I believe from this point onwards we're going to see about 4 to 5 bosses per chapter.
Something like that.
Yeah, cool.
And that's just for the first story.
That's just. Unfortunately, once we hit story 2,
they're
Nora and I are going to have to just make it up as we go, because there are no notes on my phone for story 2. So
I only wrote the guide for this one story and then just completely neglected to the other one.
Read everything verbatim anyway.
Do we want to just read the notes from story 1?
But the thing is, the 2 characters play very differently, so it doesn't work.
Then whose fault is that? Not writing the guide for story 2, mate.
Oh, my bad, I suppose.
Enough video games understood that was probably the case. and why I thought it was really funny. Now, the question is spamming still encouraged on that?
The jumping slash isn't. It doesn't like it's a very different move, so it doesn't do the same thing with the other character. We'll get to that. Pardon?
The other heavy stepping moves?
You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead. Come on. We've just got to the village.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Flashing ahead.
We've just,
Meanwhile, we're seeing a village kind of. They're doing the jumping slash, but we are just doing it. Dodges and evades.
That's the blue mage of the game. It's learning our abilities.
Yeah, we've got to get our rotations.
I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy V this month, so like expect a lot of Final Fantasy V jokes.
I'm all for it.
All right.
Is there a big bridge in this game at all? And do we do
We were just on a bridge, so there's another one.
There's another one, but there's no battle.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a big bridge, though.
Battle on the OK side.
On the OK size bridge, yeah.
All right. So I'm pretty sure this is in the notes. Difference from the run back in 2023 is that in this one now we're going to talk to the fishermen so we can get a fish, so we can then give the fish to the champ because they're really hungry and they're going to give us a toy, and the toy is going to be very useful later on. We'll get to it a little bit later on.
That is in the notes, and we're going to get that. The toy is going to give us something much earlier than we would naturally get it. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, cool. I'm at the right spot in the notes.
Yeah.
I'm
Great.
so proud of you.
All right. I'm pretty sure I do remember.
I don't want to spoil it.
No, yeah. Spoiled things.
Do you want me to read you out what the ability should be?
Nah,
Okay.
should be fine. That sounds about right.
Want me to read you out a couple donations that have come in?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've had $20 from Havra, who put it towards the Jack and Daxter incentive upcoming, the Glitch Showcase. $125 from Mardok. Thank you very much. And another 20 from Little Crochet. Says, good luck, GLP. Please put this towards the Jack and Daxter incentive. Thank you, everyone, for your generous donations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
How close are we to the Jack and Daxter?
We are 24% of the way there. We need another $1,136 towards that. So we've got a fair way to go, but we do have all of tonight, and but I would definitely recommend putting your donations towards that. I think that glitch is very entertaining.
You get half, I get half.
All right. So one thing that I will talk about that you probably saw, there's a lot of swords being flying all over the place. One of the first spells that we get is the spell blades. And all those upgrades just means that when we start doing like when we start dispelling one enemy, it then just kind of cascades into just throwing a lot more big swords into all the other enemies. So it just gets a little bit out of hand.
Spellblades are also in Final Fantasy V. So I'm sorry, but these references are just writing themselves.
Yeah, of course. Everything's a Final Fantasy
At
reference.
what point do we get washed up on the shore and then we find out one of our fun members is actually a member of the royal?
Story class.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't got that far yet.
This is
You're skipping ahead. Again.
So Spellblades have become the new method for clearing out non-boss enemies, basically?
Correct.
Yeah.
We try and do our best on this next boss, but unfortunately this is one of the few bosses where it doesn't have a shield and can also sometimes just not be hittable, because sometimes this big fish is going to be underneath this pier and we can't actually hit it at all. So in the small amounts of times that it is on the pier, we want to try and get as much damage with just raw hits.
even though I knew it wasn't correct, I did read it ever so briefly as fish friend.
I did the first time I've ever played this game. I thought it was a fish friend as well.
The notes do so. I thought his name was Fish Friend. I was like, that is the weirdest boss name ever. But it's Fish Fiend.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I genuinely
It
was not even looking at the notes when I made the fish friend comment. Then I looked to my left and it's literally in the notes.
It's in the notes as Fish Friend. So that's, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was my splits for a while, but then I have a like a channel point reward to rename splits.
Oh, it got renamed to Hot 2, didn't it?
No, this was not one of the Hot 2s. This was Dondozo.
Oh, see, I would have gone with Del Lago, because going under the water and not taking any RE4 fans out there.
But also it does, let's be real, it... What's it?
Yeah.
That's just Don Don.
It is a big fish.
It's it's got the same face.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the fish
tank.
tank.
That he's trying to eat.
Yeah, we apparently, yeah.
Yeah, great.
How many stats would you give him if he ate you?
A lot.
Yeah.
So you said before the
Yes.
boss fight, unfortunately, this is one of the enemies that doesn't have a shield. Is it not having a shield not a good thing?
Yes, because when you have a shielded boss, when you break the shield, it stuns them for a little bit,
Oh, it's
and
that
also allows you to
stagger.
do a lot more damage.
But no shield, no stagger.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
okay,
just
great.
and because all of the bosses that don't have a shield, the way they get around not having like these stun moments is sometimes they will just fly off onto some part of the screen where you actually can't hit them.
Okay.
Or
Is-
under the water, like the.
Yes, under the water. Later on, there's going to be a dragon that's going to fly around in the background, and
Is that the fish that you give to the small child because they're hungry? Because I feel like that's probably overkill.
that would feed the entire goddamn village, I
Yeah.
would imagine.
And like that's a good thing to do.
It would
Don't-
be.
Don't get me wrong, but
I mean,
Strange man fed me a dondozo. It's kind of a lot to eat.
it's also kind of a demon because we're here.
Dondozo.
Yeah. Essentially, the premise of this game, we're an exorcist, and we are exorcising demons.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would hazard a guess.
Oh,
Not
fancy.
the West.
Alright.
And I just noticed you teleported, so you can fast travel around the map.
Yes. Okay. Only on 2 shrines that you have interacted with.
Okay. So it's a bit more almost Metroidvania than, say, 2D Plus. What's a game where you just go from left to right? Mario.
So,
Ah, yes. I was waiting. I was waiting for when Mario was going to get brought up. Anyway, we've got another one of these guys.
Hair Devourer.
I can't think of the strength of
I don't think you need to.
Nah. Sometimes it just speaks for itself.
this one. Me and a really windy day.
Oh my god.
Oh, like Air Devourer. H-E-I-R.
Me on a really windy day and it's hitting my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, GLPhoenix, what's up? Yeah.
All this hair, this goes bloody everywhere.
As the resident short hair person on this couch, I don't know anything about that, so...
Alrighty, so in this next screen, we are going to be able to dodge a whole bunch of fight triggers by going down here and jumping up here. There is one fight trigger that is like up high, but it's much earlier on, and then there's a whole bunch of them down low, but by doing that particular movement, you just don't fight anything. And I believe there's a nice fancy graphic that I put
There's
together.
a great fancy graphic with some arrows drawn in paint.
Yep.
Show exactly.
I think
where
it was
to
in
jump.
MS Paint.
Yeah. So that's intended. Like you jumping down from that bridge to the lower level. That is an intended mechanic.
Yes. Okay. They teach you about that in the village because there's all the different levels.
So this is called.
Boss fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say clearly he forgot the name of this boss when he was writing the notes. This is just called Ghost Boss Fight.
Yeah. I mean, at one point it was called Hideous Ghost?
I don't know.
As I say, y'all just rush the stage. I'm just here to play a game.
You are doing it very well, just for the record.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's nice to be able to show this game off when I actually have a working controller.
I still remember that run, and like Luke said, like there is a part of me that like I don't remember, like from a viewer perspective, I don't explicitly remember the run going like exploding, like so you look like you just kind of made it like work so effortlessly that it wasn't like super noticeable, at least to me. Like I don't know.
I mean, look at
don't
it. They make everything look effortless.
You're so true.
I appreciate it.
You're so true.
This is why I have you two up here.
Don't know a single thing about the game, but I'll hype you up.
Oh, they can read some notes real well.
Yeah, except when there's spelling mistakes in them. I'm not gonna lie, that trips me up sometimes.
All right, so right now we are being tasked with finding the child.
So we're back up.
The drunkard knows where the child is, but won't talk to us and won't tell us where they are until we give him a drink. So we're just going to go grab a drink over here.
I'm leaving the village. The first fight. You want to go to this?
No, that's talismans. We're not up to talismans yet.
Well,
Talisman. Well, it is a good time to talk about the
All
talisman
right,
because
okay. So
go for it. you read what I wrote.
So upon leaving the village to head into the mountains, in the first fight, you want to go into the items menu and use the Earth Shrinking Talisman.
Correct.
These will be used to escape from fights and ignore fight triggers for a set amount of time. Over the course of the run, we'll use around 9 of them. And as you are using them, you'll want to be quick navigating through the levels to dodge as many fight triggers as possible while it's active. So what I'm getting from that is it's kind of like an invulnerability state that it kind of puts you into that prevents fight triggers. It's a timed sort of invulnerability.
Yes, it gives you the stealth buff, which you see at the bottom of the screen.
Similar to invulnerability, but also completely different.
It earth shrinks you. Also, this is a really good bit.
Or does it shrink the Earth?
Well,
because it's called the Earth. Well, okay, we can't trust that it's called the Earth Shrinking Talisman because nothing else in these notes has been right so far.
But the talismans is actually one of the things that is different from the one back in 2023, because back then we just won't use them because we just didn't think to.
I feel like something that straight up just avoids fight triggers is kind of like, that's just a good thing to have.
Yeah. It was one of those moments where we're just like, how did it take us this long to find this out? Well, to be fair, there's like not many people playing this game, let alone running it, so well, easy for things to fall through the cracks.
It is a very stunning game. Like, this art style is divine.
Also, the toy that we got from the child, we give it to this spirit, who's going to give us the blood spell, and that is going to be the source of all of our damage for the rest of this story. The blood spell, in and of itself, doesn't really do too much. All it does is lower your health down to a very critical state, but all of the upgrade track things that we're going to be picking up very soon, which is going to be right here. We're just going to...
So we're equipping the red tier stone.
I was just about to say...
Yes, I was going to mention...
I was going to say Clever Rat Ring, because that shows you what Souls game you started with, because Clever's Rat Ring is what RTSR is called in Demon's Souls.
Yeah, essentially that. So we're going to get all these upgrades.
Demon, but I just like... It wasn't very optimized.
Yeah,
like, I didn't play very well, but I started with demons.
My goodness.
All right.
Or it's like, this was powerful. Or
why did a child have the blood spell? Oh, no, the child gives you the toy, and the toy gives you the blood spell.
Yeah, the toy, you give the toy to a spirit.
Yeah, okay. This is sure, did I say?
Sure, yep.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we're going to do a jumping strike to start to get ahead of the laser hitbox. And the charge attack into slap, which is the best way to complete the shield and deal damage with the help of the blood spell buffs that we just picked up from
as you can see, we're doing some good damage.
Very good damage. That is substantially more than we were just doing. So you can actually damage them through the shield as well. Okay.
So while the shield is up,
completing the shield and the health at the same time.
Yes. It's just they get a lot of damage resistance while they have that shield up.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna suck when we're in story 2 and we can't do this bit and we just read the notes verbatim.
No, we're still gonna do it. It kind of looked like the parries could be awkward to use against that diving attack. Would that be right to say?
That would be correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, like, and look, when the parries are awkward, you can dodge can be used to go through the coins and the lingering fire to get the counterattack hits in, which is like a good way to solve.
I feel like that's a pretty advanced strat. Like, I feel like a lot of new runners would probably get tripped up on that, but someone experienced like GLP here could definitely do the dodge with a high amount of.
He's up on the note. This is all.
Yeah. He hasn't talked himself up in the notes. Yeah. All right. Did you successfully avoid the person?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I had missed. I had dodged that guy like the past dozen runs, and then this is the one where I just talked to him.
So if we were playing optimally here, as we left the hall, we would have, before dropping down the well, if you drop behind the person who's standing there, you can actually avoid getting stuck in a conversation with them. But unfortunately, we just missed that skip. We call it man at well skip. As of right now, that's what we call it.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Cool.
It skips like...
Skips the man of well.
Yeah, the man of the well. Yep.
It's very straightforward.
We're not the most inventive here in the Exorcist community. So we are coming. Is this the true boss fight?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to see GLP do here is if she flies high.
Well, there's still a few screens before that.
Okay, then fine.
So before we get to the true boss fight, we're going to take all the fights all the way through 2-2 as intended, using dispel cancels to get through the enemies in the village quickly, and then we use the village trying to level up, and then we'll be grabbing energy sleds level 2, and the rest into levels. We should have at 16 on levels there.
So my understanding is you can put your experience into both abilities and then into levels as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It's souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why there's plenty history.
At that door. Powerful.
No, we're not talking about E33 until at least Thursday.
At least Thursday. I'm just trying to think of other like red tier start.
Come on. Where are you? You're up here. Get over here. This is why I hate these flying enemies. They just go
Yeah,
off.
they look way more annoying than they should be.
That's when like the spell blades are usually like really good because they will just like target onto them and just go after them. But you don't have to worry nearly as much. But we would prefer to be using this.
So the blood spell has replaced the spell blades that we picked up earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you can like have multiple like spells equipped and just like cycle through them if you had a D-pad, but
now,
yeah.
I would have been hitting. I should hit 16 levels. I did notice we only hit 15.
Did we actually?
At least I think I only
I
hit
don't
15.
know. I wasn't paying attention. I just hit the buttons and just.
And then eventually he runs out of experience.
What looked like a level, I saw 15. That's what I'm saying.
Now do I start talking about Chu?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if, here with the boss fight of Chu, if she flies high, GLP is going to dodge projectiles as she can't be hit by any counter attacks. We're going to parry her stab attempts, but we need to be careful about spacing and direction as the parry can whiff if you're off with either of them. Charge attacks and slashes here will do the bulk of the work. Jumping strikes can be necessary if she starts moving around too much. I just saw a jump slash right there, so goodness. Okay, so I see the power of the blood spell.
Ooh.
I've been told, GLP, that you are on the world record pace right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry about it.
I feel like that's probably out.
Alright, there we go. And then that's her taken care of. She's usually like my vibe check when it comes to like bosses, because if I'm just slightly off and I just start whiffing parries on a lot of her attacks, she will just straight up destroy me because like we're at low health by choice, so it doesn't take too many hits for us to just fall over.
Yeah.
So, how are the vibes?
Pretty good.
Okay, that's good.
They're pretty good.
That's good.
We're through chapter
Clearly
1.
we're not working hard enough then.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, you're at a pace that I reckon you'll finish this run with like a final time of about like 15 minutes and 24 seconds.
Is that what time the time was stopped at?
Yeah.
Also, I did notice that you mentioned whiffing parries. Do you know anything about whiffing parries in any games that use speedrun Kenora? Pleading the fifth over there, okay. So we're on to chapter 2 now. So we're on to chapter 2 now. Sorry, Kenora's just having a moment.
I mean, what I do know is dodging very easily telegraphed attacks because someone in the crowd is making a lot of commentary.
Never done that before in my life.
Yeah.
No, but me because you. Anyway.
Oh, okay, right. So we're into chapter 2 now, or is this the end of chapter 1?
This is the start of chapter 2.
This is the start of chapter 2. Wonderful.
You can tell because we're in a western.
Oh, it's a different color.
We're now playing Western Exorcist.
We're not going to read the Western Exorcist.
Western Exorcist is the worst joke I've heard all night. Do you mind if I?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
please cut
brilliant.
us off at literally.
Yeah. We're just yammering.
No,
on, so-
absolutely. So we had a couple more donations come in. We got $50 from Tudor507. Yeah. Do you take commissions on writing guides for lazy speedrunners? Good luck, GLP. Put this towards Jack and Dexter. We've had $5 from Dema. It says always awesome to see GL running at ASM. Good luck on the run.
Thank you, Demo.
And we've had another $125 donation from Marduk. It says, okay, now I've seen the play Uno while playing Uno incentive, but I have to try to make that happen. Absolutely agree. That's going to be sick.
And that has actually pushed us over $6,000.
It has indeed.
Hell yeah. On the first day.
Yeah.
That is so impressive. So, shout out to everyone at home. And those who are here donating as well. The ones specifically sitting in the crowd right now. Yeah.
Here on the event, not
Yes.
here on this.
Oh yeah, not how. Yeah, no,
We're doing nothing productive.
We're donating our voices right now. That's oh, frog box.
Big frog.
That's a big frog.
You're donating your time and expertise. Expertise.
So through this forest, it's supposed to be like a bit of a maze, and the way to tell which way you're supposed to go at each point is just by following the direction of the mist.
That's supposed to the frog charge hits and slashes to.
What are you all?
The frog didn't have
The frog didn't have a boss section next to it, so
You're flying blind.
It was standard strats versus the frog.
We got lots. Yeah, okay, so just standard.
Dodge moves and hit
Just
it.
standard strats.
Cool.
If you don't know what they are, just rewind the VOD. Just rewind the VOD to all the other bosses we've talked about, except the fish. That one was different.
That was different.
That was different.
Oh, no,
Oh, the timer back on.
Oh, I'm not on pace anymore.
You're not on 1524 pace anymore. Dang. So we'll be going through the caves, and there'll be a section here with the flamethrowers. There are upgrade orbs on the platform above the first one, and behind the last one in the vertical section. And also, lastly, another below the flamethrower in the section with the second spawn of back. Yeah, wow, this really.
Yeah, don't worry.
Actually,
Terrible.
Maybe don't commission.
No, commission him. Just have him let me proofread it.
Yeah. Like I
Maybe
just didn't.
run it through a spell check once or twice.
I didn't do a second pass on that at all. I just like sent it, wrote it, sent it, and was like, all right, that's good enough for me.
And again, it does say to jump experience and levels. We only went to level 19, I'm pretty sure.
Also, can I just say, if he was good at spelling and at speedruns, he would be too powerful. Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, he clearly devoted so much time into doing the run that there was.
the guy was just the guy was secondary. So. And that's why I can see how low our health. So does the blood spell prevent us from gaining more health than what we've currently got?
No.
Or it just kicks in once we reach a low level of health?
Yeah, it just kicks in once we are low health.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
can use
Yeah.
our like regular healing potions to get us back up to much higher, which sometimes I will, just in case some of these environmental hazards can give us a bit of pain. So
Those healing orbs had what sounded like the exact same like MP3 file as the like healing wells in Warcraft 3. I don't know if that was.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get
Has
that.
anyone ever told you that? Yeah. Okay.
Mostly me.
This is the three-phase Rakshasa. Or as the game knows it, Rakshasa.
Yeah.
As opposed to the four-phase Rakshasa. Typically when they start throwing spells, you can try to knock you directly underneath them, and it can make it more difficult. And parrying the actual easy back parry, as setting it back will scratch the shield and eventually knock them down to the ground floor. And if you're on the bottom position, knocking the ice is good to keep it tracked, so you can eventually get a parry on it to knock them down. And then afterwards, the fire you can use to fire block counters. And then the side strikes are the way to go. You've got them vulnerable, and if you've got time left during the fight, there's an orb you can pick up in the top left. If you can't get it during the fight, then you can get it afterwards. Just find us.
Like that.
And I just noticed his shield regenerated midway through the fight. Is that a normal thing, or was he
Yes.
just a two-phase boss fight?
No, all bosses will like.
Regenerate their shield?
Yes.
Wow.
It will like you get a certain amount of time to just like wail upon them, and then they will get their shield back, and you just go back to square one and just keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, it does at level 20. Maybe there's like a slight animation as you're doing the final level.
And
that
if you
you're-
exit
you're
out of it
cancelling out
before,
the
yeah.
animation. Like animation counts. If we scroll back to the top.
Oh, yeah, back to the top.
It just genuinely looked like there was something.
And I believe we're coming up on another fight skip. Would that be, or have we already done it? I can't tell if you're going too fast or not.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you did it.
Were we also not supposed to level up to level 22 there?
We'll be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. He's gonna. Oh hell yeah, spiders!
These spiders are just nuts.
You're not a big fan of spiders, are you?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So much so that I don't think this is in the notes either.
No,
Probably
we
because
jumped
it's-
straight to Evil Tree Amp.
Probably because it's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
To be fair, I think the frog got a lot more lines of dialogue than
the spider did.
Yeah.
That one
I
just
heard Don Dozo. I know I heard Don Dozo in that dialogue.
as is probably quite clear by just the aesthetic and also, the audio and a lot of the, everything about the game. Yeah, the vibes. It is made by a Chinese dev called Wildfire Studios, I do believe.
Have they released anything else, or is this?
I am not too sure. I'd have to look up. Cool. This is what I know them for.
I'm looking it up for you. Don't worry.
You sure
Sweet.
you should be the spell checker? I saw the spelling of that. Trying to type
Hey,
Exorcist
did it
into
not
Google.
figure it out?
Only because you got rid of the P in Exorcist.
I'm not giving you my phone anymore. You can't be trusted.
How am I supposed to know what to talk about the evil tree and fight?
No, I'm gonna know. You're just not gonna know. Cutting you out of this. Alright, so the evil tree and fight. If there's any hand missiles or charging at you purely horizontally, you can just parry it. He's finished the fight already, but getting the counter is good, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Turns
Did
out
you get
it's
the
alright.
counter?
I think I did.
That's good.
I
Pretty
got
good.
dodges.
It specifically says here in the notes, getting the counter is good. Well done.
I did a good thing. I wrote a good thing and did the good thing.
It really does
Alright,
give
so-
P graveyard shift energy. I'm all for it.
So we are going to use a talisman here after the in the first encounter after the treant. Is that correct?
We'll find out.
He's just
Yes.
going off script now just to mess with us. Okay, so how many? Do you know? This might be a silly question because you obviously speedrun this game predominantly. Do you know how many fights this skips?
Oh. I don't know the number. I know how many I don't even know how many we use. I did say in the notes that it's like,
We
what
used
was it,
9.
like around 9?
We used
At least
9.
with this story, there's still the other story. and I
At least
used
9 fights.
At least, so it skips. Yeah, it skips. That's
Or if we can assume an average of 2, at least 18.
at least 18 fights. That-
something like that. Yeah.
So are there limited amount throughout the game? Like, can we only get a certain amount? Okay.
You get you have like a certain amount, and then you get more each time you beat a boss, essentially.
Okay.
So
Like
you're
one
gonna-
more.
Are you going to make sure to level up at the shrine before we move on to the next boss?
To level 24.
Yes.
As opposed to the last time when we were supposed to level it to 22?
I think I'm 20 something.
You... Okay. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about, but I heard 6-7.
Yeah, I heard
from,
6-7.
coming from the tech team, so
That sounds about right. Not from the crowd currently? In there.
damn, more spiders.
Yeah, that one decides it
Can you
really
see
likes
them or
to
no?
spawn underneath that bridge, so I just have to wait for it.
God.
Yeah, we're at 23. What number do I have on the notes?
And here it says 24.
But you might have done it again. You might have closed the menu.
No, it's at
No,
23.
it said definitely 23.
Okay.
That was a 23. Pack it up.
It's going to be really funny if we get to the final boss and we just like can't beat it because we're underleveled.
Noops is gaslighting me right now, and I'm not. He keeps making me laugh, and then when I try to show you, he then stops because he's being blocked by the chair.
Yeah, I can't see. I don't even think I've never seen Noops.
I am being gaslit.
I don't think there is a
by our
Noops.
coordinator right now, and I'm kind of okay with it.
Is this like the Sixth Sense, but we get to the end and Bruce Willis is actually a skeleton and Mr. Bones?
So the plague demon, there's.
No, this is the Amorphous Demon. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah.
It is the Plague Demon.
So the plague demon, there are a few options that they won't try to hit you with. If they're apparently just staying in the corner, they die. That's not in the notes, but
That's what we're seeing right
what
here.
we're
This is
seeing right
just.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that like the what's it called in Sekiro where you lock that guy in the corner behind the door?
Where you do dead angling?
Yeah, dead angling. Is that like
Kind of that, but mostly with that one is because their animations are way too long that you could just break the shield
Dead
before
guard,
they...
yeah, okay. Because I know that you do often refer to this game as sort of a 2D Sekiro.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, the aesthetics are quite
Oh,
similar.
very much. And it does have the parry mechanic as well, of course, which is a very large part of the Sekiro gameplay.
Yeah. All right.
So I've been told.
Can't remember if I do have in the notes that I use a talisman here.
Yep, you definitely do. Right after the boss, use the talisman, and along the path, you check the split for the top left to get more orbs.
Yep.
You get that, and then you move on. And on the following screen, the fights with the sacrifice enemies can be annoying. Their blades can do a lot of damage, but just be careful. Try and parry or dodge their moves, and overwhelm them with damage.
Sounds good.
I like you don't kill them with damage, you just overwhelm them.
I can't wait for story 2 where we just repeat everything
That's just happened, yeah.
Where are you going?
In fact, I reckon we could just sub other people in.
Yeah.
To just, you know... Or should we look up one of those games you used to play in primary school where you like write in a noun and then a verb and then it tells a really funny story and it's just like...
Oh, like Mad Libs.
Like
Yeah,
Mad
Mad
Lib.
Libs,
Can we
thank
just
you.
make
Yeah.
a Mad Lib of the
My
script?
brain said adverbs, and I was like, that's not
That's
correct.
definitely not right, no.
Close. All right, so here's the dragon.
Is it a god?
Demon Souls boss.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
Just like how the last demon was a plague demon, apparently.
So, much like the fish
Sorry.
back in Chapter 1, this boss does not have a shit. We haven't got to him yet. Am I too early? Am I being too early?
you can start.
Okay, start talking about him now. Okay,
Yeah.
so like this boss isn't going to have a shield to break, so it's literally just raw damage that's going to be needed in order to deal with it. When he is able to be hit, you want to be in the corner where they are, back to the wall and try to bait up a tail whip attack. You got to be careful of them biting at you. You got to try and dodge through that, but the tail whip you very much just want to parry. Jumping or charge strikes into slashes is how you're going to deal most of the damage, like we have done with the other bosses so far. And if they leave the screen and start throwing fire... Have you beaten the boss?
No.
Okay, good.
That was just like the get to them in the first place.
Cool. If they do leave the screen and start throwing fire at you from the background, just dodge it, keep yourself alive and wait for them to be hittable again. They can sometimes make it look like they're coming back down, but instead just do a bite and I quote, bugger off again. Just exercise patience with this one. So this one, bit of an auto-scroller section by the sound of it. So
A little bit.
I reckon we could probably handball back to the host for some messages.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
We have had a couple more donations come in. We've had $5 from Toast042 with no comment, and another $10 from Tudor507 once again. Says, I'm glad the timer isn't paused anymore, but I think the donation tracker stopped moving. Thank you, Tech Team, for all the hard work. Well, there's only one way to fix that.
Yes. So thank you. Appreciate it. Also, I did not parry the tail.
I specifically said to parry the tail, man.
It is a weird hitbox, and I'm just... It's late.
Also, JLP, I'm so sorry. Kanora's looking up Mean Girls Mad Libs right now, and I'm sorry for putting that in her brain.
Oof.
If this goes awful, I do take full responsibility.
Okay, so the Mean Girl Mad Libs is $7. I'm not considering it.
Curious.
Anyway, we are heading into Chapter 3 now. We've got, I believe this is the 5-boss chapter, because this is the final chapter of Story 1, is that correct?
Yeah, that part, yes. In terms of how many
So we've got
bosses.
Tiger Colonel,
Yep.
Rhino,
Yep.
Lady Poison, King Mandrill, and Zhang.
Yes, that is correct.
Do you reckon that's the same Zhang from Mulan?
Do you mean? Isn't?
I'm pretty sure his name was Zhang.
I don't think it is.
Look up Mulan Mad Libs.
Add it to the list.
As in the main villain, right?
No, the
hunky...
yeah, the hunky guy.
Oh,
Let's get down to business to defeat the hunks.
Hunky guy.
You've
What's
just
his name?
googled Mulan hunky guy.
Yeah, that doesn't narrow it
And
down.
yet it still gave me the villain.
It's still. I mean, I'm not. Look, that guy is someone's type.
Also, it is Li Shang.
Li Shang. Yeah, cool.
Not Zhang.
Also, we're just using Talisman here because
Oh my God.
there's a lot of enemies in this screen, or these two screens, and we just don't want to deal with it.
Is the talisman? Are we using the talisman in an intended method here, or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're meant to use them when you're in battle. Like, you can only use them when you are in battle, and it will get you out of battle, and then keep you safe. So you.
Okay, so it's more like a survival item as opposed to a don't play half our game item.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating.
The Steam page gives me nothing to work with. It doesn't.
Man, you got 9 pages of notes right here. What do you want?
Not for story 2.
Oh, not for story 2. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to get like a little bit of information about story 2 to fill in the Mad Libs.
What do you reckon a JSS is? Jump, strike, slash.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That
Figured it
sounds
out,
like something I would do.
I feel like that's the first time you've used this acronym for the entire.
I think I
notes.
was meant to go back and like actually make it a little bit more
And
clear.
flesh it out a bit more.
Yeah.
If you give
As I
me-
said, that was like a first draft of that
If you
thing.
give me
and I just
if you stop the run right now, give me edit permissions. I can just go through and update these for you.
All right, I'll get right on that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a CSS in this one. What's that one?
Counter-Strike Source.
I got
I was gonna say custom style sheet.
I got sent a message by our lovely ASM coordinator. Do you want to see what it is?
Yeah, I love to do.
Oh boy.
It's just Lee Shane from Milan. Hey, you at home right now, donate and tell us your favorite Mulan character. And I'm not gonna lie, if it's not the cricket, you're probably wrong. Do you know the cricket has a name?
Is it?
It's
No,
Cricky.
Yep.
I met a guy who had a tattoo of him the other day. I was like, that's a dope character to have a tattoo of.
Cool.
Are there any crickets in this game?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
But then again,
Let me check.
the way this has been going, like I have forgotten everything about this game.
Let me control F the notes for cricket.
You're probably going to find me talking about cricket at some point. Like actual the sport cricket.
Sports.
Yeah.
In your notes about.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ashes were on at the same time, and he just
Yeah.
wanted to get some venting out.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna give you.
Hang on, I think this is a boss fight.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right, so we're going to run the usual game plan here of shredding the shield as quickly as possible, starting with the jump strike, and focusing on whatever CSS stands for once on top of them. It's a much more consistent to focus on dodges rather than parries against the Rhino because of where you want to be positioning to be dealing with damage.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I think it's was CSS? Charge strike slash.
Charge, strike, slash. That would make sense.
That sounds right.
Make more sense than custom style sheet anyway.
So if you had to describe Story 2 in one of three ways, would it be the princess, going to the movies, or beach day?
It's got to be the princess. I'm making the decision for them.
Wait, what did you say?
The princess.
The princess,
It is probably
going to the
closer-
movies, or beach day?
Probably not beach day.
Probably the princess.
Okay. Enter adjective.
Oh no.
Do you need to Google what an adjective is?
Yes. And also
Describing word.
Okay,
gonna-
so
Scary.
even though we have used a talisman and we do have the
Scarily.
stealth buff, there is going to be a fight that we can't actually get out of. But we did avoid a whole bunch of other fights, so it still ends up being faster because we didn't have to fight a bunch of other enemies. But
I have an important question.
sure.
What's Story 2's main character's name?
Shui?
Thank you.
X-U-E?
That is not how I would spell that.
I think I've seen both spellings of at least how I was thinking of. I don't know the land that we're in.
East.
It's just...
East
It's
Kingdom
just
named
East.
Exorcist.
Alright, time for one of my favorite designs of this game. Lady Poison.
Lady. Sure. Poison.
She's also like can be very dangerous because she has poisons. So if we end up getting tagged by any of it and we are not paying attention to our health, we can very easily just perish. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
So Lady Poison is going to have her own parry stance,
Yes.
which you're going to see when she leans forward. However, she can still be hit, but only towards the back of her model, a bit beyond the hitbox of the parry. If you do end up triggering the parry, like that,
See,
strongly
I just wanted to let you know.
that it can happen. Oh, yeah. So there we saw GLP heal out of his low damage range. As she has enough damage to kill from the blood spell range, if she does hit the parry. But however, outside of the parry stance, Poison will just attack. Poison's attacks you can just largely ignore, and you just want to tear into the shield and keep it broken as much as possible.
Ooh. And there are some times where if I'm, like, because the blood spell will set us to a very specific health total, if we are below that due to either poison or any other such means, we can actually use the blood spell to give us a little bit of a heal in a way, because it will just like move us back up to that specific point. So it can be a good way to get yourself out of complete danger while still being able to have all of your damage online. Alright, so I can get into this next fight where it's just one of those big elks and none of the wolves, but if I'm quick enough.
Big elk.
Am I quick enough? I am, so it's just going to be... Hey, where did you come from?
He was quicker.
They weren't there. Oh, there's one more. As you can see, it's preferable to not have the wolves there because they are rather annoying.
And very spread out as well. That,
Yeah, very spread out. They get very aggressive. They like even if you're hitting them, they just like keep on charging at you and just start poking you with the stick, and they do a lot of damage. Hurts quite a bit. Anyway, now that we're through all those screens, it is essentially only bosses for the rest of this story. With the help of the talismans, it turns into like both stories end up becoming a bit of a boss rush towards the end because we just like skip
everything else. Yeah.
So do we generally save the talismans for the late game fights because they are so much harder or longer?
Yeah, a lot of the time there's just a lot more of them and they are much more annoying enemies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We just had a $10 donation from Havra. It says, dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, Mushu MVP.
Yes, love Mushu.
And what are you, a sheep?
You heard him.
I think King Angela hated that he called him a sheep.
Yeah.
But he's very clearly
He's very
not
mad
a
about
sheep.
that. So this is another boss that has a parry stance and can move all over the arena quite a lot. So chasing him down can be a bit of a pain. But if you're not already hitting him, parrying and dodging the projectiles is going to be helpful. Jumping strikes are going to be the best friend in this fight, just to close the gap from when he does run around the arena. Overall, you can play the fight very similar to all the rest. As we can see here, as we're melting the shield down.
Especially once he gets stunned from the shield, it's a lot of big chunks of damage. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Very nice.
So,
And now it might be time for to defeat the Huns.
Yes.
To get down
yes. I got that. Yeah.
Jang.
You remembered the bit from
Yes.
5 minutes ago.
Okay, to be fair,
I'm a little
they got things to focus on.
I know. But also,
So do we go straight into Zhang here? Or?
Yes, it is just one boss right after another.
So this is going to be a little bit different boss. Instead of being super aggressive, we're going to play this one pretty patient, focus on parrying instead if we are able. And then once the shield is broken, that's when we're going to go in. And if they start to use moves that bring up the an exclamation mark on screen, just get out of the way. We're going to play it safe and wait for him to calm down. So we'll see. We might just shut up and let him focus for this one. So
this isn't Mulan Hunky Man.
well,
Also,
he hasn't got his shirt
just,
off. So
Just
you don't
now
know
remembering, like my run back in 23, this story alone, it was like about a minute 10. So I'm already.
You mean an hour 10?
Mid-
Because if this was a minute 10, man, you've taken way longer this time around.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, this fight looks very annoying. So we can see the parry right there, and there's the broken shield. So we're going to take the opportunity to get a lot of health, a lot of damage on the health until the shield regenerates here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Doesn't look like we've seen an exclamation mark attack yet.
Nice.
There we go.
Fantastic. Okay, that seemed really quick.
Phase 2.
Does all right.
There's no phase 2.
And that is the
Time
first.
ends at the final hit of Shang, but not
Not
for the second story.
Yeah, we are just getting started.
Now that we're getting into the second story, a bit of a story recap.
Okay.
So, in story 2, once upon a time, there was a scary princess named Kuei. She was from East. She lived in a beautiful kingdom on the hills called Exorcist. And she had 5 ladies while she was poisoned. She fell off the horse. Her dress had a purple stain on it. When she got back to the kingdom, she quickly changed to what she could. What? she quickly changed to she could wash her dress. Her big elf told
This
her
sounds like the guide's GLPhoenix rides.
Yeah.
so that she could wash her dress. Her big elk told her to come down for dinner. After they finished eating, they all went to take parries. The following day, the princess went out to the village to go to the supermarket. When she ran into a prince, they fell in love and got married and had 3 children, and they had lived happily ever after. The last 4 lines of this ad-lib
Well, one sentence.
were... the whole thing was one
Yeah,
sentence.
Yeah.
But the last 4 lines had none of the things I inputted in. It then just told the rest of a story by itself.
Okay, so tell us about Shu. How is she different from Lou?
She doesn't necessarily have the same level of freedom when it comes to a lot of the animation cancelling, but in terms of just like the basic kit, this downward, like aerial downward slash is going to be where we're going to get a lot of our value. Because unlike with Lou, whose aerial downward attack is, it only has a hitbox as you land, whereas with Shui, it's a hitbox all the way down.
I definitely got her name wrong. Shui.
See, the Madlib helped.
The Madlib did help.
Also, she doesn't have like a particularly clean animation cancel out of the dispel, or even like the reshoot. She doesn't have like a resheathing animation that cancel like I can with Lou. So you are going to be a little bit more stagnant in comparison. But you do have some very good options. You have some better options to deal with things in the air, just with basic attacks, because we've just got a bigger weapon.
I quite like the, I mean, I always enjoy games that like have these sort of like very split story sort of game modes like this, while also making each character feel and play very
Distinctly,
differently.
yeah.
She also like seems to have like 2 parts to her weapon that she like combines. Is that what
Yes.
can she use each part in certain moves later independently, or
She just like, that's just for
combines them for reasons? And
just for like
It's
transport.
for style points.
look, it's a pretty stylish weapon.
It's pretty
I'm not gonna
stylish
lie.
weapon. Do any of our resources or anything from the first story carry over to the second, or
No,
are
they
they essentially just treat it as 2 completely separate?
2 completely separate.
Okay.
So we are going to be back to square one. This is essentially the prologue, so we are just getting the tutorialization of everything yet again. We will be getting a blood spell, but it's not going to be until much later. Whereas with Lou, it's like only a bit into chapter 1.
There are no hungry children in this one?
No.
Okay.
Whereas in this story, you don't get blood spell until like a bit way into chapter 2, so it's going to be a little bit later. We don't have the same spells as well, so we don't have the spell blades, unfortunately. We're going to have to work with something differently.
And in this run, we never fight Dondozo, we actually fight Tetsugiri instead. It's one of those version differences.
We fight the Buddha.
Oh. Oh no, what now?
No, nothing. I was just checking. Just so this, because we probably switched over to this story at about what, the 51-minute mark roughly. So this is predominantly the slower story of the 2 for the reasons that you've mentioned about the no animation cancelling, later blood spell, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and also the bosses at the end of this story are so much tougher.
Okay.
They are, well, this game started in early access, and the first story was what was like there for most of early access, and this story came in as like the game was fully released, and you can tell that they were given more time to kind of explore different things with this story.
Are they unlocked? Like you have to unlock the second story?
No,
or like
it's there
just
right from
both
the start.
available
Okay, great.
at the start? Yeah, okay. Would have been really funny if someone like goes to play this story first and goes, man, those final bosses were like really hard. Then they go to play Lose and they're like, this is it.
Yeah. It can sometimes be like that. Alright, break.
What? There's a lot of things I don't know anything about, and Mahjong is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this is now we're into chapter 1. Prologue is over.
Correct.
This is the beginning of chapter 1. Fantastic.
One of my friends has been, every time it gets played at ASM, keeps trying to get me to play Mahjong, and I understand it. I feel like less and less each time.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I try, but yeah. Hey, we're back.
Fantastic. Welcome back, everybody.
Shout-outs to Tech Team.
Huge shout-outs to Tech Team for their incredible work today.
And patience. Don't we love technology?
Oh boy, we sure do.
So, welcome back to Story 2.
Yeah.
I think it
Our
was
brother
about,
is a ghost.
like 3 or 4 minutes ago that we lost you.
Something like
Our
that.
brother's a ghost.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so our main, like, kind of main story of the plot for this story is to undo that.
Yeah.
And he got poisoned by one of the bosses that we just fought.
A
Is that correct?
big snake, correct.
Yeah. And then there was look, there was a lot happening and the dialogue was getting skipped, so I couldn't quite read it.
Yeah, we're doing our best. We're doing our best to
Yeah.
decipher
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dialogue as GLP skips through it.
When we don't have notes to
Yeah,
reference
these two are
anymore.
just running blind.
Yeah.
There was a big snake person, not quite, they were kind of person in a big throne, and
I also kind of like that our brother's just hanging out with us. Not right now, he's not, but in that cutscene
Yeah.
that we just skipped through, like...
Like our initial spell, like in the other story, it was the spell blades. In this one, it is like I think it's called like soul possession or something like that, where you just like have your brother just hang out and just be another body to attack.
that's cool.
Do
you use it?
I was going to say, do you control him independently, or
No.
does he just attack on his own?
He just does his own thing,
Yeah, okay.
and I don't use it because it often makes things more awkward because it can create some inconsistencies with like
with
enemy
each
patterns.
fight. Yeah.
yeah.
We did have one donation come in just before the little hiccup with the stream there. We had $88.88 from Catsini. Thank you very much
Thanks
for that
so
one.
much.
No comment, but let me know if you want that to go towards any of our incentives.
Appreciate it all the same. Yeah, I'm noticing like these very long like overhead swings, even just like individually, much slower than like Lou's very quick jump slashes and stuff. So like I can imagine that also just kind of adds up over time as well. Like her very long arching attacks just kind of making each fight take a little bit longer.
A little bit, yeah.
Here or there. Does she do more or less damage than
I was
Lou,
going
or
to
the
say, it
same?
looks like her damage output is a little bit higher.
But I guess with Lou, we then get blood magic earliest, and then it's like kind of...
Yeah, it kind of evens out a little bit.
Yeah. I like that her hair like goes wild when she has her weapons out.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
like, calms
they
down.
are technically, like, her and her brother are technically, like, demons, like fox demons.
Hell yeah. I wonder if there's any other games on the schedule about fox demons.
Curious.
Is it yours? Yes. Okay. I haven't played Silent Hill F.
Cass is running Silent Hill F later this week. Watch that.
Like, tomorrow.
I also have fox demons.
I... don't. No, I don't.
Right. Actually, let me just use the soul. See what happens.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He just does his own thing.
Will he always attack the same target as you?
I haven't actually put nearly enough time into thinking about that because it just like creates some weird things. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
just don't use it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What we will be using though, we're going to use the lightning spell.
Hell yeah.
The return of the
Oop.
hybrid control.
Yeah. I just use the mouse for it's quicker to navigate through the
especially without a D-pad.
Yeah, not having a D-pad. It's like I could navigate it with these buttons, but it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, Katsini from before just came through with their comment, said the Maneki Neko will give you great luck.
Aww.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alright, so this lightning spell, whenever we do enough slashes, enough counters, or enough parries, it will build up charges of lightning. And we can expel these with slashes. Ow. And as you can see,
So that's the resource that's in the middle? That's building up. I see it says 21 currently.
that is our mana.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough, we can't actually spend the mana with this. So it's just going to build up naturally. The lightning stacks are the number 3 next to the lightning.
Oh, I see at the bottom right corner where it says lightning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that... Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Fair. It'd be weirder if it said fire. And
That would, yeah.
It would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, technically fire and lightning is for like lightning is kind of like, be weird. Anyway, this is not. Oh, yeah, okay. Elf Warrior.
Yeah, we got familiar with these guys in the previous story. Now this one's bigger.
And it's still sort of the same game plan where like you break the shield, then do chunks of damage, and then rinse, repeat, use lightning. Lightning looks like it does a lot of damage to the shield.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait for this. You can usually farm like 2 dodges on those kinds of attacks, and you just use them to farm up like extra charges of lightning, so you can just pop them out, get some good damage down. Alright. Trying to remember what's next.
We'd help you out, but we unfortunately we don't
there's
have
no note for
notes.
that. Yeah, I should have thought ahead.
Again, we can just still read the story 1 notes and see how much of them make sense. So here we're going to be using the jump slash strikes, and then we'll be picking up
No, don't confuse the poor people.
It's a jumping slash of some kind.
Here we'll be using lose attack to use lose damage output, and then using the blood spell, and then we fight Shang.
There we go.
Shang from Mulan, not Shang the final boss.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It always comes back to Mulan.
So do you have any use for the mana?
With this spell, no.
Okay.
But you can build up your mana with 1 spell and then use it, like, if you were to switch to a
Right, because you were saying before that you could, if you had a D-pad, you would be able to switch to different spells.
Ooh. Yes, but...
That sounds slow.
Yes. These talismans?
This is the cave of exploding things.
Talismans, yes.
Yes. As it is described in the notes that we have.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let me just sit in this corner and hold block.
Okay, you're allowed. You can do that. I'll let you.
There is some times where one of them will spawn just to the right of us, and we have to like block the cross up. But I don't even bother. I'll just like take the hit. And the reason why I want to be like in that corner as it ends is because it means we have to walk much less to get to the cutscene.
And was that like an auto walk as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micro optimizations. I love it.
Alright. Oop.
Oh, they look like spikes down there. I don't think you're supposed to land on those.
They're fine.
Fine, they say.
This could be a little bit dangerous with all of the enemies that will be shown up and how they're all going to be like powered up. Can you stop?
So those shields just block like every attack and the lightning and...
Yeah, they do that.
How does a shield blocking in front of them stop the lightning bolt from the sky?
Timing.
I've never had to use my shield against lightning.
If only we had speedrun guide notes to help us describe how to kill these shielded rat enemies. Wait, they're not rats. Are they rats?
They're rats.
Yeah.
They are the rats. Yes. Increase the damage of our slash. Yeah, a lot of our damage is just going to be like just setting up for slashes because they are what do a lot of our damage. If we just were to just mash the attack button, it just wouldn't be nearly as much damage.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Ah, too early. You have to be at a particular spot to actually parry that. If you're too far forward, the hitbox of the big bouncing attack that they were doing would just go right behind you, and you'd just be like swinging at air. Hammer. There we go.
So what's interesting is you were describing that the lightning stacks build up as you swing, right?
As we do either slashes, as we do parries, perfect evades, and so on and so forth.
It's kind of interesting then, because like I feel like that's almost a bit more suited to Lu's playstyle with like very like quicker slashes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they gave it to Shui, who has these like slower, harder hitting attacks.
Yeah, true.
Because
it would be nice,
does
but also
Lu get access to lightning anywhere in the game, or
I believe so.
but like out of the way and annoying?
Like you
No,
get
it's just
access
not
to
the
all
blood
of them.
spell.
Yeah, it's not the blood spell. Yeah.
That's probably a good point. Yeah.
All right, so that little soldier guy that we was talking to just then, that was the one we fought all the way back at the start of this chapter. We spared him, and it comes around, and they let us get around this big fortress, so we don't have to fight like a whole bunch of enemies.
Is that a choice that you make, or does that
Yes.
happen automatically?
That is-
Okay,
you-
that's great.
You get given the choice to spare them or not. As we do some navigation. Using a control like this is really nice for these 2D navigations.
Do you get like a reward otherwise if you kill him, or?
I can't remember, because even in my casual playthrough of this, I just let him live, and I was like, oh, okay, that seems pretty fast to just not do that entire goddamn fortress.
And are we revisiting an area from the first story now as well? Those flamethrowers look very similar. That climbing section there looked very similar to...
The game does reuse, like, or revisit a lot of areas, but just uses them in slightly different ways.
Yeah, okay.
Attack up. Cool.
That's the puppy we just.
That's
bought.
the dog.
Go puppy.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Oh, I don't want to pet that one.
Oh no, it's Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. It is the Dark General?
Similar to, yet
No,
legally
Bebop.
distinct from Bebop.
No, if you do write a Shoei story, can this one be in the notes as just Bebop?
Sure. If I do get around to writing the notes for this story.
For ASM 2028, when we're on the couch doing this again, we'll actually have notes to refer to.
If you think he's letting us back after this.
Are you kidding? Who won?
Right, so after doing that this spinning attack where I'm leaping out of the air, I have to wait just a little bit. I have to delay it just a little bit to get that that big slash going off, because you have to wait for like a bit of a spark to show up. And sometimes, well, as has happened quite a few times already, just being a little bit too early and just get a regular hit, which does like barely anything.
And so I noticed you just unlocked Skill Breaker. And if I recall from the notes in the first story, you had Armor Breaker in that one. So these are abilities that I'm assuming, like, is breaking a... I'm going to use Final Fantasy X terminology here, where an armor break would reduce the enemy's
Armor.
physical defenses, and something like a skill break would prevent them from being able to use their skills. Are they similar in this regard, or am I asking you a question that would be better say for someone who plays the game casually?
Possibly.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because
Cool.
like I have not thought about any of the
I
other
could
spells.
kind of see your face as I was talking, and I was like, this is unrelated to the speedrun, so he is not going to know the answer.
Initially, with Shui, I was using the skill breaker, but it's just... It gives you like extra flourishes
Yeah, okay.
with a lot of your slashes.
It's really funny how, like, 2 hours ago, we were sitting in the practice room talking about how it's funny when people ask you questions about your speedrun, you're like, I don't know, I just press the buttons. And now I'm sitting here asking you questions, and to which the answer is, I don't know, I just press the buttons.
Yeah. Right, this boss fight is not too bad.
Yeah, that lightning does chunks of shield.
Ah, throw that wrong way.
I'm not gonna lie, all of this looks so much more impressive when I'm not trying and failing to be funny. Like when I'm just admiring this gameplay, like it's.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And this is such a you game as well, GLP. Like it's just.
I mean, I've spent the majority of the past year playing Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
And Sekiro randomizers.
Yeah, and Sekiro
And
randomizers.
this.
And Pokemon.
And Pokemon.
I want to get into Sekiro randomizers. That sounds fun.
They are very fun.
I miss playing Sekiro. Sekiro is always one of those games where it's like I finished playing it like to completion. And I'm like, just want to play that again.
If you like
Again,
Sekiro,
again.
can I interest you in Eastern Exorcist? The 2D Sekiro.
Also, I will just say the Sekiro randomizer is something I was very much considering submitting for this.
GLP. Next year?
Yeah.
Red Race?
Can you not learn how to do the Sekiro randomizer though? Because I just feel like that would be really funny.
It's a random
if you just got up and had no idea what you were doing.
And I'm just sitting there fighting like the first boss with like nothing.
GLP, I'm curious now how excited you are for the Dynasty Warriors 3 remaster.
I am so excited for that.
I played so much of it.
If you ask him that, we are not
Oh
getting
my
out of
Lord.
here in the next couple of hours, okay?
And I was going to just go into even more about it, but we're definitely going to.
We'll all be off shift soon.
Are you also?
No, I'm not off shift soon because I'm hosting next.
Are you also a Dynasty Warriors fan? Okay. I was going to say, because if so, you've locked yourself into an hours-long conversation
I'm still
a little bit later.
Conversation now. We've also had a $5 donation just come in from Delusional Single Guy who says, I'm going to marry Shui.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Good luck with that one.
She is a character from a video game.
When has that stopped anyone?
When has that stopped anybody?
Also, look, honestly, maybe the demon part might cause more issues than the former. Shui might have an issue. The demon might.
The demon might have an issue.
Also, these skeleton enemies are so annoying. You try and hit them too many times so they just fall to the ground and you're just like, alright, have to wait for them to get back up.
So they're invulnerable when they fall to the ground?
Yes.
Is it like again, we're going to bring it back to a FromSoft game. Is it like in, say, Dark Souls 3, where they like break apart into bones and then reform?
Pretty much exactly that, because on the ground, yep.
I hate skeletons that do that in video games. That is one of my most hated video game mechanics.
Shouldn't play Eastern Exorcist then if it has these skeletons that are just. Nah, I'm honestly keen to give it a shot. This game looks fun.
I hate skeletons. I'm glad I'll never be one.
Oh boy, you're in for a rude awakening.
Why that cop is so good. I appreciate you.
Thanks, I appreciate you. JLP, do you appreciate us?
I appreciate both of you. Thank you for being here and making this run something.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
A midnight shift? Like a graveyard shift vibe?
We are approaching midnight.
We are.
If you slow down a whole bunch, we could be here at midnight.
Oh, don't worry. There's boss fights later.
No, because I really want to get
force that.
I really want to get a nap in before the Kingdom Hearts run later. So
If
you could wrap this up, man. That'd be.
I did really want to stick around for that, but like unfortunately I don't know if I can. No, I've got.
Yeah, you got responsibilities this
Yeah,
week. I ain't got nothing on besides my own run. And a bunch of commentary, but it's a bunch of commentary for games I actually know how to run. So
I mean, I do actually kind of need to be up late tomorrow night. Maybe I do just push it.
Right, this boss can be real annoying because there's one move that they'll do where they try and just like spin the bones and like this thing. that green thing, if it hits me, it gives me the seal debuff. And what that does is makes me clap like an idiot. No, it actually means that I just can't use any of my abilities. So the lightning just gets turned completely off.
Shoutouts to Neil the Seal.
Fortunately, didn't have any
You
issues
did
with
get
that
it, so you parried that? Is that what is that what I saw? Yeah, okay, wonderful. Are there unparryable attacks?
Yes, usually the moves where they will have a exclamation mark.
That's why in the boss fight against Zhang, when you saw the exclamation mark, you just wanted to the exclamation mark you just wanted to avoid, as opposed to.
Correct.
Can you instead, when there's the exclamation mark, can you instead jump, do the jump input, which then lets you stand on top of that weapon, and then.
Yeah, you just dodge at them and do a Mercury counter.
Yeah, exactly. See,
Is that a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Literally, there are attacks that are unblockable, and then the game gives you a way to just counter them instead.
Yeah, okay.
And it's pretty good.
Funnily enough, there's some of those you can just parry anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is an unblockable attack. Nah, just parry.
Fun fact: when one of the last times I played, one of the first times I played Sekiro, sorry, I was in an area that you were meant to have the Mercury counter. I did not have the Mercury counter and was very confused as to why I was not able to fight the enemies.
That's probably why I was really bad at Sekiro too. That same thing, probably.
Yeah. I believe it.
See, what happens when you don't dispel them? They come back to life for one last health bar.
Oof.
So it's usually a good idea.
Health bar? Or
Yeah, just like their health bar just goes back to full. They just get revived.
Sure.
That's a very transistor-like mechanic.
Yeah.
Where the cells respawn into enemies. That's
and they just come back. But
I understand that mechanic. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Or like a very.
fortunately, it doesn't like repeat itself. It just gives them one last health bar.
Yeah.
Or like a very Hades one in Elysium mechanic, where if you don't stop on the souls of the damned,
Then
they'll just respawn and they'll fight again.
But Transistor came first, so Hades copied from Transistor.
Maybe there was a pie mechanic somewhere in the real.
Alright.
Brain mechanic.
Yeah, fantasy basketball. But not in the way cool people play fantasy basketball.
So that was a boss fight?
Kinda. I mean, it was. We saw the Wraith back in
that's
first
right.
story. Alright.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where I'm starting to recognize these environments, so... Which is great, because I feel like next time I watch you run this game, I'm going to know so much more about it, but unfortunately I feel like it should have been the other way around, where I, knew the things about it before I sat down on this couch.
Nah, that's made it great. Alright. So this boss fight can get a little bit annoying. We saw what happens to Gyorbu.
Is that the Sekiro boss, the dude who comes in on the horse? Yeah, cool. I reckon that was the last boss I beat.
He's like the second
Yep.
boss that you encountered.
Did not get very far in Sekiro.
Okay. And from what it sounds like, neither in Final Fantasy 5. Because the scene I commented on earlier was like maybe an hour and a half in.
I can't remember what the scene was, but I was memeing about having not got that far.
Okay.
I was memeing about having not gotten that far.
Okay.
It's 4-job Fiesta time, mate. I've beaten the game 5 times in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. I always wanted to get into Full Drop Fiesta.
It's incredible.
Also,
I
we
really
now
thought about that, 'cause
have
I
the
really
blood
wanted
spell
to-
again.
Let's go!
So
Return of the Blood Spell.
give me all that.
I don't know why I find it so impressive that you use. Like, I know that what you're using is kind of just like a modified keyboard, but using a mouse and a leverless controller at the same time looks so much more impressive than using just a mouse and a keyboard.
Thank you. Alright, so blood spell, we saw it in the first story. We're going to be putting ourselves at low health, and it's going to allow us to do a lot of damage. And hopefully, we don't explode, because the enemies are much more dangerous in this story.
And does it have the added benefit as well with these like more undead enemies where it won't give them a chance to kind of get back up?
Yeah, well, one of the extra bonuses that you get with the blood spell is when you are when you're at low health, and it's all... God damn it, this one idiot in the back. Let me just deal with this guy, and then I can actually form a sentence.
I feel like I was questioning it at a bad time.
Yeah, you did. Pick your question time better.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so while I do have the blood spell active, or while it is all active, all my slashes, they have a dispel effect on them.
Oh, so you get to skip the dispel effect. Okay, great.
The dispel cancel because you just don't need
You
to
cancel
dispel
the you cancel the need for the dispel cancel.
yeah.
That's such speedrunner tech right there. Naming tech.
When's
no,
the DCC?
Yes. Dungeon crawler Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is though, like, being without the blood spell for the first
Oh my god.
Yeah.
2.5 chapters has made you realize how important that spell is. Because this is a substantial amount of damage difference.
I mean, I did have to just quickly heal because
Oh yeah, right now it's not because you're not in the range, but...
Alright, let me just take some damage for just for the love of the game.
The fact that you're able to still chunk them a notable amount through the shield too.
Yeah.
Is like, I think is really indicative of just how much more damage it's doing.
Were
with
there
the-
cutscenes in the first story as well?
A few here or there.
Okay, yeah.
Not many, but yeah.
Because yeah, I feel like they're a lot more prominent in this one.
Yeah.
I think it's another one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely feels like that kind of like they did the first story ages and ages ago, and then by the time
And
they
then
did
later
the second
into
story,
the
they were like-
development cycle,
They were
yeah.
like, oh well, we can just do more cutscenes.
That's
Like,
what gave me
it's
that's what gave me that vibe. That
Yeah.
not as consistent as the first story, but like there's still good cutscenes.
Also, there's like in both stories, there's these little vignettes where they'll just like show you the backstory of a lot of these bosses, and they're done in a very like traditional
opera way?
Yeah, very traditional Chinese
Yeah.
opera way.
very cool.
I read that from the Steam
Yeah.
page.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
Well
literally-
done.
literally said it.
I was gonna say, damn, that was impressive knowledge.
Yeah. I
Should have looked up the Steam
As soon
page.
as you said that, I was like, where have you read that?
I feel like you're ahead of me now.
It's like you've read that somewhere, and I didn't put that in my notes.
It's because I was trying to find Shui's name for the Mad Libs, and I was hoping it'd be on the Steam page. There was nothing about either
But you
character
did
on the
learn
Steam
about the
page.
Chinese opera vignettes. Hell yeah.
There was
And I'm impressed right now.
shockingly little information on the Steam page, other than like 3
So-
points, and that was one of
A
them.
note to future indie game developers. Please put very detailed notes about your game on your Steam page so that people who are sitting on speedrunning couching with no knowledge of the game can learn a thing or two.
It's a very important niche.
I mean, I'm just surprised it doesn't say like follow the stories of Lu and Shui, like none of that, right? Like,
I don't know, I've never made a Steam store page, so I don't know what information...
I mean, I've read a lot.
See, I don't think I have, because normally when I go buy a game, like, I already know everything about that game. I don't really just go on Steam to browse and be like, oh yeah, that game sounds interesting. It's like, okay, cool, Control Resonance coming out. I'm going to go buy that game right now.
Yeah, I
Silent
mean,
Hill,
this
what
game I
now?
only found out about because of just like an offhanded tweet like ages ago. And I was like, huh, that looks cool. I checked it out, and here we are.
And the very low information Steam page is like solved.
The positive power of social media. I don't like it for many reasons, but... Social media, that is, not you, GLP.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was all worried for a second.
Like,
Yeah,
the enemy,
I like you for many reasons. You're great.
The enemy that needs to be dispelled, GLP just walking around.
Yeah, nah.
Oh my god. Alright. This screen can get very dangerous because
look at it.
these guys are a pain. But that should be fine. Now we're going to take a dip in.
And did I see an enemy die to the environmental damage of the spikes?
That is possible, yes.
Yeah, okay, great.
There's no fall damage.
Nah, no fall damage.
When you have health as low as that.
As low as this, yeah. Although, we saw... I saw this guy earlier. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, having now the power buff of the blood spell coupled with Shui's inherent like stronger attacks is now
Yeah.
I think really
Wild.
being seen like just how much more damage Shui can do over Lu when given the same tools.
Yeah.
And I know that we've been seeing it happen for an hour and a half now, but the multiple dashes in the air, that's an intended mechanic? That's not speed tech?
That is speed tech.
That is speed tech, okay.
That
okay.
is exclusive to Shui.
Okay, okay.
So we haven't been seeing it for the last hour and a half.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, I just kind of just assumed that we'd been seeing it the whole time.
I mean, we've been seeing it for an hour and a half. The stream saw it for about an hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah, true that. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Valid. Shh, don't remind Tech.
I'm sorry, Tech. Love you, Tech. Doing your best.
All right.
It's not your fault.
So one more screen of annoying enemies.
Oh, these guys are
Supposed to be
stunning.
every other that he's been chopped with. He's BFFs with every other enemy so far.
Where are you?
Was the best exorcist at every one of the enemy's weddings. Got you around, didn't I?
Oh, you respawn so quick.
So that's because you weren't in low enough health to have the blood spell buff active.
Yes.
That you didn't have the built-in dispel.
Correct. But we got through them. It was fine.
It's so funny that you're not like when you don't use the brother ability. Oh hell yeah!
Hello.
When you don't use the brother ability, it just looks like he's following you around doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So is Buddha's not the final boss, is it?
No. It's the final boss of this chapter.
Yeah.
So we're still in chapter 2. One more chapter to go.
Yeah, and then chapter 3 will also probably be very like boss rushy, you were saying?
Yeah, it becomes very, very boss rushy.
And much like the dragon god and the fish, doesn't have
a shield. But I have noticed that he hasn't like become invulnerable at any point yet.
No.
Fortunately, like it's rarer for the Buddha to just like it will just like jump up into the air.
So
and
he
there
does
was-
have an invulnerability attack. We just didn't see it.
I
You were
did
just too quick.
I did also notice that the Buddha had attacks that when you interrupted it, like hit it enough in a certain way, it would like
It did
stop its
stagger a
charge
little
and
bit,
kind of
yeah.
stagger and stun anyway,
Yeah,
even though it didn't
yeah.
have a shield bar.
Hell yeah.
So it was just shield bar adjacent.
So on to chapter 3 now. Great.
Correct.
And so we've been collecting shrinking Earth talismans this entire time.
Yes, they've been building up. We've used like a couple already, but we will end up getting enough for the rest of the run.
Was that one just then?
Yes, that
Okay,
was
great.
A lot of wolves, a lot of annoying enemies.
Where are you seeing it? Oh,
under
stealth
health.
under the stamina bar. Yeah, right.
You pointed out the first time.
Did I?
In Lou's story, yeah.
Oh. Damn, I impress myself sometimes.
Because it was the conversation was like, is it making us shrinking? Is it
Yeah, okay.
is it making the Earth shrink?
I straight
or
up
us
do
shrink?
not remember that
And then I remember
conversation.
you saying, oh, it's a stealth buff.
Oh yeah, no, I straight up do not remember that conversation. I need another
Believe it,
coffee,
buddy.
clearly.
Yeah, you already had one.
I need another one.
I could go for like maybe a Red Bull, honestly. If I'm gonna stay up for 15 months. Anyway,
Alrighty.
so Act 3.
So into the final,
Not
into the
Act
final
three, chapter
chapter. Bit more boss rushy.
Yeah, a bit more boss rushy.
Bit more boss rushy.
Now,
I
he is
recognize
the-
this
villain
tiger
from,
guy.
This is the villain from Mulan.
That is the villain from Mulan. You're right.
Less so now, but like when he had the hat on and his eyes.
This is the tiger that we fought in the previous chapter.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
this guy looks like a repeat.
And you can tell that it's all like it shows that it's all in the same universe because the damage that we did to his hairline.
Okay, we did that. I thought he was just balding.
Nah.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Lou was the one who kind of intimidated him by.
Gave him the little bit off the top.
Yeah.
He went short top instead of short back and sides.
And
Yeah, nice.
Go.
let me get my haircut. I'm dead.
Nah, he's
Maybe.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's still alive,
I
he's
realized
still alive.
the moment I said it, I went, well, actually.
He just scurries away.
It doesn't look like Shui wants to kill that many people,
All-
to be honest.
All I saw was the dialogue briefly say, yes, ma'am, and then he crawled away.
Yeah.
That was that donator who was going to marry Shui earlier.
Is General Lin? Lin? Lim?
I don't know.
I saw
The
that.
Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Lin.
I think it was Lin.
One of those.
Speaking of donators, we have just had $100 come in from Altone. So there's a full amount to adding the normal 4.1 attempts for the Tetris the Grandmaster 4 run tomorrow. Good luck to all runners, and I want to see that GM3 from Yoshi. We're all cheering for you.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you
Lots
very
of
much.
Tetris. If I'm actually too fast, I can use his stealth buff to skip this fight, but I actually don't want to because I want to be skipping a later fight. because if I was to skip that one, I'd still run into this one, and I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so was that a cutscene or was that a fight?
A fight.
Just okay.
We did.
I feel like we just didn't see a fight happen.
Yeah.
Because I used a talisman.
But I thought you said you didn't want to skip it.
Yeah, because I wanted to run into it so I could use another talisman. You can only...
Oh, because you can only use talismans in fights. That's right. That's right.
There we go.
That's why I got confused. I was like, but you just got into a fight. But
Yeah. But then you use a talisman because it breaks you out of the fights. Remember? Yeah.
Like, but then did you get it or did you not get it?
He told us that.
Bloodwing. So unfortunately in this storyline, Handsome Jack has infected Mordecai's Petbird and Bloodwing into this monstrosity that we're fighting. Have you not played Borderlands?
Yeah,
I knew these names from
like
somewhere.
Like, I was wondering, like, where is the bit coming from?
Mordecai's bird is
Yeah.
Like when you said when you said Mordecai, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was cycling through my nerd Rolodex to be like, why do I know all of these names?
Fight Bloodwing.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. To be fair, I haven't played Borderlands. That's Borderlands 2, right?
Yeah.
Is Mordecai. I haven't played that since like 2014.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
To be fair, that did just like unlock in my brain the purpose of the word Bloodwing.
Well done.
Also, before we got into that fight with Bloodwing, we did have to interact with that shrine because otherwise we would not have this teleport.
Yeah, fair.
In which case, we would have to go through that entire section and either use more talismans or just fight them all.
Fast travel, the original speed tech.
So
Yes.
what is the speed tech that you're doing to dash in the air multiple times?
It's just dash, jump, dash.
All right.
It just cancels a dash with jump.
Can you only jump in midair a certain amount of times?
Yes, you only get one minute jump. Also, these...
Yeah, these guys look right. I just saw you do like 7 attacks and their health bar not drop, so...
Quick, nimble enemies, when you've got
A heavy attack,
from a
yeah.
very heavy swinging character is always a nightmare. Ooh. And more spiders.
Hey, spiders are back. No, I love spiders.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah, my bad.
Well,
Was that a death?
Yep, that was a death.
You know what that means? $50 donated to Game on Cancer. Oh, sorry, I made that bet for you at the start.
Oh,
I forgot to tell you
jeez.
about that.
it was actually a consideration of SRD is bad.
And because of that, I have to do this one again.
Yeah. But you didn't skip any of these with the talisman, so like you're not like...
If you did die and have to reset, would you have gotten a talisman back? Or is
No.
it... Okay. Oh, too bad, so sad.
And like, I need to like save the talismans for later on because they are much
And
more annoying.
I did notice that like you lost a portion of souls, effectively souls, when you died. Are they pick upable like in Dark Souls, or is it just you lose a portion and then
Yeah,
that's it?
they're gone.
They're just
Yeah.
gone.
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
That's fine. It's not too much of an issue.
So
We
it's
should be
like
fine.
Source in Control, where you do lose a portion of your souls and then can't pick them up.
Yeah.
I never played Control.
Because like we're not needing to put any investment into stamina, it gives us a lot of freedom with a lot of the other areas of our...
But if we were to be playing on a harder difficulty, we would want an investment in stamina. It's just that the casual difficulty has such low stamina costs that we
Yes.
don't need to be adding to it.
Yeah, the
Like
stamina
stamina
cost
gain.
and the stamina recovery, like all of it together on casual difficulty,
great.
like you are very rarely ever going to have worries with your stamina.
I'm not going to lie,
We
I
found
forgot
Tatsugiri.
I forgot stamina was even a resource. It seems to be that little of an issue in this difficulty. So,
Because
yeah.
high stamina use attack, high stamina attacks
What am I doing?
are
That's another one.
Bud, what are you doing?
encouraged.
That's right, they are
Yeah,
encouraged.
yeah.
That's
They
right.
are
I remember that from the
Yeah.
notes.
Blood Wizard. What are wizards doing in this game?
I can't tell if that's Haunted Forest V or Haunted Forest 5. And I want to know what happened to the first 4 Haunted Forests. Top right corner.
Do you want an actual answer? Every screen has been like blah 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 1, 2,
You're
3, 4,
joking.
5. Yeah.
You're joking. They've actually been numbered this entire... Europe. I have Roman numerals in my Twitch name. How do I not realize this? I'm just captivated by the gameplay, all right?
Thank
I'm
you.
not paying attention to the UI elements.
You've been laser focused on the middle
You
of
say
the
that
screen.
after I died
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
So you see how that's what for?
It's Haunted Forest 6.
like sometimes it is like
When you were
10
like, do you want an
entries.
actual answer? I was like, did she loan this off the Steam page as well? But no, you're just way more observant than I am.
Okay, so if I am quick enough, I can use this one talisman to skip all the rest of the fights in this area.
In Blood Drop Cave.
1.
This is the first screen of Blood Drop Cave, which is where you can see it up there, Blood Drop Cave 1.
As opposed to Blood Drop
Yeah,
Cave.
just
entrance.
quick enough.
Which is now Blood Drop Cave 2.
So now we use another talisman that says it's going to be the last of them, but we will get one more after this next fight. And
So not every fight gives a talisman.
no.
Okay. Is there much routing involved with making sure that you always complete the fights that give talismans? Or
It's mostly just boss fights.
Okay, okay.
A little treat after doing a boss
Yeah.
fight. So
It's like, hey, well done, you didn't die. Here's a talisman.
Speaking of dying, this
Oh,
boss fight,
hell yeah.
this guy messes me up something fierce.
All right, well, we'll shut up and let you focus.
Yeah, as I said, like the bosses in this story,
Way harder.
way harder.
it's
Yeah.
much more ramped up.
Kind of looks like Nocturne from League of Legends.
God,
but red.
So right. If this says like Blood Nocturne, I'm gonna be.
Blood Demon. I mean, Nocturne is a demon, I think. I don't know his lore.
I used to, and I hate that.
He's a real tough card in Riftbound. He gets played in the Teemo deck of all things.
Once you can break the shield at least once, it's usually okay.
Good dodge.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, well done, well
Got a
done.
little bit spicy.
Does the shield have diminishing returns, or is it like if it's going to take, say, 1,000 damage to break the shield the first time, will it take 1,000 damage to break it the second time as well, or is it a diminishing return? Am I asking you a question you don't know the answer to?
I just hit the buttons.
I just hit the buttons. That's fair.
So I hate that I'm gonna bring this back up, but would you consider a Shadow Spirit a demon? Because when there are demons in lore like Aatrox,
Oh, we're talking League again.
yeah, unfortunately, I'm 90% sure, at least in the lore of
Is he the Void?
I
The
don't know.
Dark?
I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Nocturne specifically.
Shadow Isles.
Yeah, he's Shadow
Is he
Isles.
Shadow
Yeah.
Isles? Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I googled
Okay.
Nocturne without.
Which League character do you think would most likely come from this world, and why is it Aurelia?
Aurelia would. Like, I mean, you've already got the vibes with.
I was gonna say
Shrek.
it's a very Ionian sort of setup.
It is.
I
Yeah,
feel. Yeah.
Also, this final boss is a two-phase fight. Tell us after. It's going to be a little bit weird.
Anyone talking won't distract you.
Go for it.
Nocturne, the Eternal Nightmare. A demonic amalgamation.
Who called him a demon?
Literally the second
was your boy.
The second word on the official page on the League of Legends website. I was like,
We're gonna
what?
talk about League lore a little bit later.
I hate that, but okay. This is my favorite Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise fight, Chaos.
Chaos.
Is Chaos also the boss from Final Fantasy 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stranger of Paradise is a prequel origin story of FF1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also kind of like swim model. Anyway, let's talk about that.
Whoa! Now he's on a horse.
It becomes the other bosses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the dude who spins his bones.
What do you... Usually, if you're quick enough and you do the damage quick enough, you can stop him from turning into other bosses. But
Yep.
K9.
Yep.
Demon K9. There we go.
We're so good at paying attention. Can I just say that we're remembering so many bosses right now?
Now it is resembling the other bosses because it's
Because they're all dead. No, because that was only phase 1. He said it was a two-phase
Yes.
boss.
Okay.
So now phase 1 was Garland. Get.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop making the joke now. Let's just say
Now it's an Inari.
true. Yeah, now it's Ari.
Oh.
Ari got a little upset that we didn't say her instead of.
That was whatever her ability.
Stop blocking.
She dives around. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
Also,
play mid lane.
time will be coming up at the end of this fight. And I'm just saying that on the promise, or on the hope that I don't just...
Now you got this.
Is time to the end of this boss fight?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Now for the part that actually gets really annoying, if they do it. Yeah.
Aurelia.
Yeah, also Shui.
Is it?
It's the same weapon. Well, now it's not, but now it's back to Ari.
Right, well, hang on. I thought Shui was the one from the first story. That's Lou.
Yeah. I believe you, buddy.
Oh, this move sucks.
Huge dodges. Huge dodges.
Very nice well-timed potion too, I noticed.
Yep.
Uh-oh, but we're caught in the whirlwind of death. The whirlpool of death. That's its official name.
Oh, please. So close. And time.
Well done. That got a little hairy towards the end.
The fact that you could use health potions while stuck in the vortex and not full control is kind of wild.
It was
Kind of very forgiving.
Yes, it was very necessary as well because,
No.
oh boy, that was not going well. Both those boss fights, you can get them a much
Don't say
cleaner,
that. It
but-
was exactly like you drew it up.
Oh,
It was exactly like what was written in the notes.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, that was Eastern Exorcist. Both the stories back to back in a reasonable time. We'll take that. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for donating. Thanks these two for whatever that was.
Whatever we just did. Mate, you're so welcome. Anytime.
Being here.
Anytime.
We were here.
It's been a fun time.
Thank you for GLP as well.
Please go follow GLPhoenix on Twitch, twitch.tv/GLPhoenix. It is without a doubt one of the chillest, most comfy vibe streams. And every game that they speedrun, they are very good at. I cannot stress enough the amount of talent that is on. We've been bullying them this entire time, but there is so much talent held in this one person. It's not even funny. So they might just press the buttons, but they press the buttons really damn well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep on watching the rest of the event. Sunhill F. You've got Expedition 33 later in the event as well. Watch those. They're great people. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Yeah, that's enough for us. Y'all don't need to hear more of us. Take care.
Tell me when we're off the screen so I can put this down.
Yeah,
we're good.
Thank you so much, GLP, for that fantastic run. We've got Vampire Survivors coming up next in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're now offline.
And that'll be the end of my time on hosting for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night, but thank you so much everyone in Twitch chat. You've been great, and have a great rest of the event.